After our season finished last year, we picked our AFL Tasmania Award winners. Irene Robbins was presented with the KIFA Volunteer of the Year Award, Wayne Woodcock was our Sports Trainer of the Year, and Dave Reed was our Coach of the Year. Irene and Alan travelled to Tasmania along with Dave to receive their awards, and Irene also received the Volunteer of the Year Award for the North West Coast. A great night was had by those who attended, with Irene smoothing up to one of her Geelong idols. Greenham's Tasmania has been supporting the King Island Football Association now for 9 years, and their ongoing support of football on King Island is very much appreciated. Once again, players were a bit thin on the ground, with teams finding it hard to field full sides all season, so it was a surprise to see that a total of 102 players played for the season. Grassy had 37 registered players, of which Aaron Wardlaw was the only player to play all his 10 games, with another 4 players playing 9 games and just 6 playing 1. North had 35 registered players, with only Jeremy Summers playing all his 10 games. 5 of their players played 9, while another 5 only played 1, and they used 1 top-up player from Curry for 1 game. Curry had 30 registered this season, with Tom Graham being the only player to play all his 10 games. Only 2 of their players played 9, while 11 of them only played 1 game, while 4 players topped up for them during the season from Grassy and North. Chris Barnett came out of coaching retirement and took on the job of coaching Grassy this season, while Brett Castles did his 9th season with Curry, and Tom Shaw took on the job again for North. Once again, umpires were very short in supply this season, with Jimmy Sharman coming out of retirement and dusting off his whistle to have a go again. Sam Reeman stuck his hand up to have a go, and Max Ainsbury helped out at very short notice. We were forced to call on players to fill the ranks again, with Jeremy Summers, Rob Smith and Tristan Forrest having a go, while Arnold Stillmaker, Craig Constable and Osep umpired and played all season, with Stacey Martin also helping out our 2 regular umpires in Wayne Hamer and Mark Innes. Last year, a total of 336 goals were kicked, while this season the 3 teams managed a total of 380. Curry kicked 159 of them, North 120 and Grassy managed 101. Jeremy Summers kicked the most for the season, with his 7 goals in the last roster game, giving him a total of 30 to see him overtake Campbell Keeler on 27. Ryan Mather also kicked 7 in a game, while Campbell kicked 6 in 3 games, with Jeremy also kicking 6 in a game along with teammate Richard Sutton. Numbers at Auskick this season were outstanding, with Stacey Martin taking over the coordinator's job along with Trevor Hamer. It is great to see all these young kids really enjoying it, with plenty of parents helping out as well. The North Eastern Football Union came across with a junior and senior side and played us in a representative game. This game was made possible by the work of the NEFU and the KIFA and all their sponsors. The NEFU were way too good for our juniors, but the KIFA in the seniors worked together well as a team to come away with a nice win. Cameron's Chartered Accountants sponsored a game again this year, which saw them supply all that was needed for the game. 2 of their employees played in the game, with Jacob Lowe playing with Grassy and Andrew Bean playing with North. There was also a best player presentation after the game, which went to Justin Summers, and the Perpetual Shield was presented to Grassy on winning the game. Mario Ring from the Southern Umpire Association came over from Victoria and held a clinic with umpires, coaches and club personnel the night before he umpired in the rep game. He also brought with him new clothing for all our umpires in the proper AFL colours, which was kindly donated by the Southern Umpires Association. With women's football all a go at the moment, a ladies' charity game was organised by the Constable family, which saw two teams made up called Mean Machine and Thunderstruck. Mean Machine were too good for Thunderstruck, winning the game 14-9-93 to 5-3-33. Umpires for the game were Phil Holbrook and Arnold Stillmaker, who got dressed for the occasion. Gary Sutton got behind the goals again after a few years off due to some heart and leg problems, which was good to see, but he still had to talk on the phone, as did Fox. Seems that phones are an important item for goal umpires, while Boyd was trying to stay dry while the ball was at the other end of the ground in this particular game. All umpires, players and officials wore green armbands for AFL Tasmania's Umpire Appreciation Weekend to acknowledge and respect the important role that umpires have in our game. Umpires shook the hands of the juniors before the game, and in the seniors they shook hands after the game. Craig was doing his best to look his best out on the ground with his new hairdo, while this three-legged dog was really keen to be part of the game, with some bringing up that North had extra players out there with that dog. Now let's look at some of our favourites. Jeremy Summers has had one of his most consistent seasons to date. His play round the ground, whether it be in the ruck, in the back line or up forward, he always gives his all. His strong marking round the ground and his improved kicking has seen him kick 30 goals for the year and has seen him win the King Island Football Association's leading goal kicker award. Doug Cox, winner of the medal in 2013 and has had another good season with Curry. He is an elusive player that opposition players find hard to tackle and who always seems to be able to make space for himself. He runs all game and is always there to receive the ball from teammates, as well as using his skills to bring his teammates into the game. Justin Summers. He is a three-time winner of the Keating Medal, which he has won in 2011, 2015 and backed up in 2016. He has had another good season for North as their captain and leads his team by example. His running and gutsy ball-getting ability all round the ground has seen him consistently get plenty of the ball, giving North lots of drive forward or stopping opposition attacks forward. Tristan Forrest, captain of Grassy this season and has led by example. He is a fast player who moves round the ground well, getting a lot of the football and brings his teammates into the game. He is a good mark and is a good kick, and with his work through the centre and round the ground is bound to have been noticed by the umpires. Jack Yude. He is a fit player who has had another good season with Curry. He has been an important part of Curry's back line, where he has taken many a defensive mark to keep them in the game. He is also very quick to play on, which has seen him give Curry plenty of drive forward out of their back line. Patrick Johnson. Patrick has had a great season for Curry. He is a running machine that opposition teams find hard to match. He is a strong mark and is continually able to find space and uses his pace to advantage. His flowing hair is also bound to have caught the umpire's eye. Max Sainsbury. He has once again been a consistent ball getter for Curry, who reads a play well. He moves round the ground easily and works hard getting the ball out to his teammates, continually giving them first use of the ball. He might have missed a few games this season, but the games he has played in he is bound to have got votes. Tyler Rhodes. He has really stood up for Grassy this season and has been a tower of strength for them in the back line. He is a no-nonsense player who attacks the ball hard, but whenever he has been moved forward, he has led well and has been able to kick goals. Rob Auld. CEO of AFL Tasmania. He has a rich football history in the Goulburn Valley League, playing with Tatura and Nagambie, winning premierships in 1991, 1998, 1999 and 2012 as a player, coach and president. Rob will not get votes tonight, but plenty of other players will. So stay with us as we listen to what Rob has to say and then see who will win the medal tonight at this, the 2017 King Island Football Association's WD Keating